crap. J.K. Rowling says she would happily do prison time for the controversial transgender views. And the fact that it's controversial views of hers, I think, is just asinine. I think people need to grow the hell up. But over the last few years, she's been very outspoken against her beliefs that the whole idea of transgenderism is just dumb. It's stupid. It's terrible. And she's not wrong. She's not wrong. This whole idea in this world right now is a man can just decide to be a woman can just decide to be a man, and that's not the case. Not to mention we have all the pronoun crap going on around this world, and specifically in this country. It's completely unnecessary and ridiculous. But some interesting things are going on over in the UK, which is where J.K. Rowling is from, that brought up the whole issue right now, or the idea that she could face jail time. So, this is coming from Entertainment Weekly. It seems J.K. Rowling would rather do time in Azkaban, nice pun, joke, whatever, than refer to transgender women as a transgender woman or women as woman. As a woman or women. Whatever. You know what I'm saying here. The Harry Potter author has again voiced her controversial opinions. It's not controversial. It's only controversial because you're making it controversial. You were the ones making it controversial. Not Rowling, not the people who sit there and say, look, I view, if you're born a man, you're a man. You can't change that. That's not controversial. That's science. That's fact. That's truth. It's not controversial. But she has voiced her opinions on the transgender community and the use of pronouns. Again, stupid. This time she posted a photo on social media that featured the text, "Repeat after us. Trans women are women." In response, she wrote, "No." It's funny because I actually retweeted that tweet because it's true. It's true. You can't sit there and say that a woman or a man is a woman, or a woman is a man is... You know the thing, right? You know the thing. When a commentator seemed to reference a report on the UK's Labour Party working to incorporate transphobic abuse, including referring to someone with a pronoun they don't use, under hate crime legislation, that would make offenses punishable up to 2 years of imprisonment. Rowling essentially said she'd serve her time. She says, "I'll happily do 2 years if the alternative is compelled speech and forced denial of the reality and importance of sex," she wrote on Twitter. And there's the tweet where, it says, "Repeat after us, trans women are women," and she goes, "No." "Bring on the court case, I say. It'll be more fun than I ever had on a red carpet," she continued, before specifying which prison duties would best suit her, hoping for the library, obviously, but I think I could do okay in the kitchen. Laundry might be a problem. I have a tendency to shrink stuff, turn it pink accidentally. Guessing that won't be an issue if it's mostly scrubs and sheets, though. All right, so look, J.K. Rowling, she has been very vocal about the being against the transgender movement. She put gays in Harry Potter. It's not like she's completely against the idea of people loving who they want to love. That's not what's going on here. What's going on in this world is despicable. It is ridiculous that they are now in the UK considering jailing somebody because you call somebody who is a male, or you call somebody who is genetically a woman. I always say this, whether you believe in God or not, all right, there's two sides of it, because when it comes down to it, there's a lot of Christians, there's a lot of God-fearing people who will sit there and say, no, a woman is a woman, a man is a man. And the rebuttal and pushback from the non-Christians, the non-God-fearing people are, well, God wouldn't do that. God says love everybody. And you're right. And he also says you should not judge anybody. Again, you're correct. It does state that in the Bible. And we're not saying that we don't love these people as human beings. We're not judging them. We're judging the actions. And there is a difference there. We are to judge the person's actions. We are to explain to those people why the actions they are doing are wrong in the eyes of God. But that's the biblical, the godly side of things. But let's take a look at it if you're not a godly person from the science side. Because when you get down to it, people want to bring science into it all the time. If you're not part of the godly side, then you're part of the science side, which I don't know why the two can't coexist, but in today's age, nothing can really coexist. So the science side of it, they try to make it like, oh, gender is not this, gender is not that. You know, there's a million genders. There's umpteen amounts of genders. But let's get down to the nitty-gritty of the human species, the species of us. Let's say you don't believe in God. You don't believe that we were put on earth for any specific reason other than luck, right? Well, it is our duty, just as it's a cat's duty, just as it's a shark's duty, just as it is a chicken's duty. All animals, all living things have a duty to continue that species' life. So, from a science standpoint, we're born. You're born with a ding-dong. Well, it's your job to take your ding-dong and put your seed into a woman who doesn't have a ding-dong but has a uterus, who has the ability to take that and make it into another human. The main reason for life, at least from the science standpoint, is procreation, to continue humanity. You can't do that if you fall in line with these LGBTQ plus ideals. Look, the thing is yes, there's not enough of them that it would destroy the human species. But let's not sit there and act like that's not what they're truly trying to do in some sense. The more we accept this behavior, the more that we accept all of this going on in the world, the more you'll start to see it happen. You have kids who are confused. And instead of turning to the Bible or turning to God, instead of going and thinking logically, they will see these people in the world who truly have a misunderstanding or a mental issue. And they'll look at them and say, oh, I want to do what they're doing. Oh, yeah, what they say makes sense. Because kids are dumb. Kids are confused. It's truth. It's what happens. I was a dumb kid. You were a dumb kid. We were all dumb kids at one time, and we're easily manipulated. But when you sit back and you start to look at things, whether it's from a science or from a Christian biblical side, not even just Christian, any God side, because I don't think there's any religion that truly says, yes, go be gay, go have your ding-dongs cut off, go have one sewn on and get rid of your uterus. Like, you know, the things that, the mutilation that's going on with the human species and what they're doing to their bodies is a disgrace, whether you believe in a higher power or not. So getting back to the point with J.K. Rowling, the fact that a country is looking to eliminate, to take away the essence of freedom of speech, and I get it, you know, different countries are a little different when it comes to that, but America's doing the same damn thing, essentially. They're taking away what we can believe in. You know, it's not my job. It's not my job to make you happy. If you feel that, well, I don't feel like a he, him, I'm a z, them, I'm an ironing board. There's an ironing board there, I don't know. I'm a this, I'm a that. Well, that's on you. That's not on me. Because to me, in God's creation, you were made as a woman or a man. And to me, my truth is that you're a woman or a man. It's that simple. That is plain and simple. Why is your truth more important than my truth? It's not. but you act like it is. When in reality, you're just confused. You can't accept yourself, and maybe you have to look deeper at the root cause of that. Or maybe you turn to God. Turn to the Bible. Maybe find some meaning in life. There's a lot to this. I commend J.K. Rowling for standing up to the transgender crowd. It's important that we all do this right now because things are getting out of hand. Truly, truly, they are getting out of hand. So bravo, absolutely bravo to J.K. Rowling. But with all that, look, guys, I want to hear your thoughts. I want to know what you think about this. All of you who have been watching my videos over the last week or so, thank you so much. You've reinvigorated my joy for YouTubing, because my other channel, which is basically more clean cut, and we just talk about pop culture, comic books and stuff like that, called Bridging the Geekdoms, I've been struggling a little bit lately. But this, all of you that have been commenting and watching my videos the last few days, has been great. So keep it up. So I want to hear what you have to say in the comments below. Make sure you let me know down below, because again, I want to know what you have to say. I want to hear everybody's thoughts on this. So let me know. Make sure you hit that like button. Hit subscribe, because it's important. It's important to subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you know when I have another video up. But with all that said, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you all later.